Hey guys, what is up? You're living a movie review this time for a Netflix original film from Happy Madison. The Do-Over, an action comedy directed by Stephen Bill, written by Kevin Barnett and Chris Pappas. If I pronounce any names wrong, comment below the proper pronunciation. Stars Adam Sandler, David Spade, Paula Patton, Catherine Hahn, Nick Swartz, and Matt Walsh, Renee Taylor, Sean Astin, Natasha Leggero, Luis Guzman, Catherine Bell, Jackie Sandler, Michael Chiklis, Torsten Voges, Dan Patrick, Sadie Sandler, Sonny Sandler, Jared Sandler, along with other people, other Sandler alumni I don't care about. And this movie is about two guys, there's this one guy named Charlie, played by David Spade, who is a bank manager for a bank inside of a supermarket. He's absolutely miserable in his life. His family treats him like crap. His ex-wife is cheating on him. His wife's ex-husband had twins, and he's taking care of them. They treat him like absolute shit. The world basically just hates him. He drives a crappy car. And then one day at a high school reunion, he runs into an old high school classmate, Max, played by Adam Sandler, who manages basically is kind of living the life. I mean, he has a crappy relationship, I think, with his wife, I think. But he is an FBI agent, and one day they go out boating, and Max having the time of his life. And then Max decides to fake their deaths and start lives anew with new identities. They stole the identities from people who are dead in Puerto Rico, and they enjoy life for a little bit. Until then, some crazy stuff happens. Some people are trying to kill them because they think they're the guys whose identities they're stolen. And there's also a lot of crazy crap happening, and we have our action comedy. No, I was not excited for this movie. I was absolutely dreading it because Happy Madison has made crap for the last few years, and they've done nothing but piss me off the last few years. I hate Grown Ups 2, I hate Polar Monk Up 2, I did not like Blended. I thought Pixels was awful. I hated The Ridiculous Six. That was their first film. Their 4-film deal for Netflix. Yeah, there's their second one. They have 2 more to go. God damn it. And also, I have to say, I saw the trailer. I saw both trailers, and I hated both of them. One, for what I was seeing here, it looked incredibly mean-spirited. David Spade was going to suffer constant abuse, even though he didn't deserve it. And also, Adam Sandler looked like he was going to be one of the worst characters I would see in movies this year. And also, I predicted it would be the worst film of 2016 in my Allegiant review / rant, because I just thought that because Happy Madison has made awful films. And after watching on Netflix, wow, my prediction came true. This is the worst one I've seen in 2016 so far, and it might just be the worst the entire year. I can't see anything else beating it, because what else am I going to see in theaters that's absolute crap if I ever want to and waste my money for it? The only reason I watched it is because I'm not paying for it. Yeah, this movie's absolutely awful, and I absolutely hated it completely. Now, let's get to my pros. Nice locations. That's it. There's some nice locales, and sometimes some of those shots don't look too bad. Hold on. But that's maybe the best I can go in terms of a positive. I also have to say that I chuckled once, but that's only because some guy got hurt. But unfortunately, it really wasn't that satisfying, because unfortunately, he was a guy I absolutely hated, and I just thought, crap, not enough pain. I know that sounds incredibly sick when I say that, but knowing the fact that actually his character did so many heinous things, it just wasn't as cathartic as it could have been. So, let's get to my absolute negatives. Let's just segue right into them, huh? Wow, this movie is awful in every sense of the word, and fails as both as an action film and as a comedy. Let me get this out of the way. It's not funny. Aside from that chuckle, which doesn't really mean anything, I did not laugh once. Every single joke fell flat. Not one single joke was funny. Not one. One of the worst jokes there are so many bad jokes they do here. They try to do shock humor. They try doing a lot of they try to be crude, and they try running gags, and also just being silly as hell, and the problem is none of them work. Every joke falls flat. Sometimes it's beyond tasteless. Sometimes they'll make jokes at fat people, homosexuality, Alzheimer's, and wow, it was just so bad. Even if they weren't offensive, which whatever. They could be offensive to some people, obviously. Some people are overtly sensitive. It can be really, it's absolutely pathetic at times. The jokes, to be honest, I just really can't tell you how many times I didn't laugh. I just thought, damn it, can we just move on? Sometimes they have these running jokes, sometimes they'll just drag them out forever, and they just don't have any sense of energy to them. None of the jokes have any real energy to them. Sometimes they try way too hard to be disgusting and try to be funny. They don't get shock humor right at all, because when they do shock humor, they fail miserably. They get the shock part right, but the humor is missing completely, obviously. It'll just be way too disgusting to be funny. And also, sometimes they definitely get mean-spirited humor wrong correctly. This is one thing I hate the most about the movie. It is beyond mean-spirited. Oh my god, I freaking hated that. Here's the thing. These writers either don't care to do mean-spirited humor correctly, or they don't know. I don't know what their mentality is. I don't know how they write. I don't get their style, because there's one thing. I don't really know these writers, and I've never seen any of their previous stuff. I don't know them personally, so how would I know? And one thing's for sure, my god, it's just bad. It's so bad. You know, you want me to find these kinds of jokes funny, but you gotta give me a reason to find them funny. The mean-spirited humor is targeted at the wrong person. Let me get this out of the way. David Spade suffers constant torment from the world because, you know, the world likes to be an asshole to him. However, here's the thing. That it doesn't work because, unfortunately, David Spade does not deserve this kind of torment. Yeah, I mean, do we need to tell you what they've done wrong with episodes like this? Like episodes of SpongeBob where Squidward suffers constant misery and he doesn't deserve it. Those modern episodes. Mr. Enter already did a video on the top 10 worst of those. You can check it out for yourself. I'll put a link in the description below. And I'll tell you one thing, like, it's just pathetic to me. I feel like these have been some awful trends I've been seeing in comedy films today. Characters are assholes, and when they do mean-spirited humor, the wrong person suffers that kind of torment. I mean, David Spade does not deserve this kind of crap. You know, it's nice to get your characters a break every once in a while, huh? And wow, he doesn't get any real breaks. Even when he does, something comes back and slaps him right in the face. And also, when there's something good's happening in his life, it comes off as a slap in the face to him and to the audience. You know, I mean, I don't care for the character personally, but do you really but seeing him go through just seeing him being miserable all the time just gets really depressing. And they tried making some of this stuff funny, but here's the problem. That's not funny. If he was an awful person, yes, then I'd find it funny. Because here's the reason why. Quoting Mr. Renter here, we like to feel a sense of catharsis or justice. And I did not get that at all with this movie. I mean, wow, how can you screw up mean-spirited humor? And also when someone basically gets hurt, or like something's about to happen to these characters I hate, it doesn't feel I just don't feel justice. Mostly because I feel like the filmmakers kind of want to feel like, oh, he doesn't kind of deserve this, even though I think he does. And also I feel like they kind of want to, also they just don't really seem to hit some sort of punishment for these characters. They don't really make it that severe, or they kind of pass it off more as a joke, which of course isn't funny. And also I have to say, it's just pathetic to me. Also, most of these characters are absolutely awful. I hated most of these characters, and all the others, I didn't care about them. So, let me get this out of the way. When it comes to, it's like, here's one thing. Adam Sandler is one of the worst characters I've seen so far in the movies this year. He is a guy who basically does awful crap. He's a psychopath. In a way, he's also incredibly unlikable. He's basically just a dick to everybody. He really isn't a respectful person. I really wish he got his comeuppance. He never did, which is what's pathetic. There's also one moment where there's like this plot twist that happens, and you want to feel sympathy for him. No, you can't do that. That doesn't generate sympathy for this guy, and knowing the fact he's done so many awful things and has made David Spade's life worse. And he's made the situation worse. That doesn't work. Also, I have to say, he one time says one thing David Spade involved, like this girl that he's with, saying that, oh, she cheats on her husband all the time. And then he says that, you know, and he says like this in a later scene. He says that he shot someone because he was he shot the wife's husband because David Spade was with his wife. That line absolutely infuriated me, because I'm just thinking, oh my god, you said something else different. Like, are you serious, man? You said it was fine for him to do that, and now you're saying it was a bad thing? Oh my god, what am I supposed to like about you? seriously, am I supposed to like this guy, or do I seriously just, am I supposed to hate him as much as possible? I want to know, because I don't know. Because, of course, that plot twist makes you want to feel sympathy for this guy, even though he doesn't deserve it because of all the crap he's done prior to that. That doesn't, just because something happened, just because he's going through something, or like he's suffering from something, I can't really spoil it, doesn't mean I should feel sorry for him when he's done such horrible acts prior to that. That's not how it works. You gotta give me a reason, a true reason to care about him. Whether it be from his personality, or if he's doing something that will benefit him as an actual character, make him a likable person. Also, I have to say, a lot of the women characters are pretty much more like, basically, almost like objects for male characters to mess around with in some way. Not completely. There's like one scene involving them, one of them being, I guess, like eye candy for men. It's really pathetic. And also kind of serves for as a joke to give David Spade some more misery because the writers think it's funny when it's not funny. And then, Adam Sandler also fires a flare gun at them. How am I supposed to find that funny? Because they made fun of, because she made fun of them? That's way too extreme of an overreaction. Hell, that's not a reaction. That's just being an absolute psychopath. Ugh. Really, all the wrong characters suffer abuse. Like, Nick Swartzen plays this one guy that he's supposed to be, I guess, some sort of villain. Then it turns out there's this twist surrounding him that was absolutely stupid, and he suffers a bad injury. And then when it comes to the scene, like at a hospital, it shows that injury, and it's disgusting. Because guess what? Not only is it not funny because this guy did not deserve to be injured like that, it's horrifically graphic and incredibly disgusting. They try passing off his injuries as funny, but the problem is they're not. Also, when any character gets some sort of comeuppance, they treat it like a joke, like I just already said. I know I'm repeating crap as they go on. The action scenes are very boring. I guess you could say they're comically put together, but the thing is they're so boring and underwhelming. They're not fun at all, because guess what? You don't care about the characters. They don't have to be intense, just at least be entertaining. They're not. There's like one involving a car chase that's so brief, and how it stops, like a car flipped over because Adam Sandler rams the side of it. Wow, he just hits the side of it, not that hard, and then it just flips over. Like it just rolls over and just flips over several times, and the driver suffers massive injuries, and he's an innocent person, for God's sake. That's what makes it even worse. All you do is make me want to hate the character more, and yeah, like, ugh, God, I really hate that character. Also, other characters I hated, Paula Patton I also didn't like. I mean, seriously, what's the point? Am I supposed to find this stuff funny? I wonder if I want to find this funny because I really do want to know if I'm supposed to laugh or not. I just couldn't laugh because some of the stuff really made me feel angry. Great job, writers. If that's how you succeed, you succeeded then, if that was your intention. I know that Stephen Brill gets a lot of hate in the film industry. You know, he's collaborated with Sandler several times, like on Mr. Deeds, Little Nicky. He's also done Without a Paddle, other crap. I know he gets a lot of hate, and I don't really want to watch any of his stuff because why would I? So, yeah, it's bad. It's bad. It's a bad movie. Actually, it's awful. I hated it. The action scenes are just really boring, and I just can't enjoy them at all. Also, I just really, there's also some bad CGI during those action scenes, like when Torsten Vogus, like he plays like this massive hitman. Oh yeah, other jokes they do is involving pop culture references, and they're absolutely dumb. They're pathetic. Running jokes, going for too long, and you get the idea. It's just a lot of bank crap. There's also some scenes that are trying to be funny or trying to be cringe comedy, and they don't work because they come off as awkward instead of funny. Which I know is the intention, to be awkward and be kind of funny. They're trying to find humor out of awkward situations, but they did it so wrong. They don't get comedy at all, I guess. They probably inept when it comes to comedy. There is ineptitude that exists in the film industry. Yeah, there's some bad CGI, like when the guy, like Torsten Vogus does these like stunts, you can just tell it's CGI and it looks awful and it's so ridiculous. There's just no comedic flavor to any of the action scenes, and they're not fun to watch. They're boring as hell. One, they're pretty brief, and two, they're just so... They just have no. I mean, they don't need flair though. They can at least just be entertaining, and they're not. They're pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. How do you do that? How do you just why? The acting, well, obviously, the script is awful too. Let's get to the script. Yeah, this movie also relies on a lot of contrivances and conveniences for the sake of moving a plot along or just trying to. Like, one time it's trying to make you sympathize with the character. Unfortunately, that doesn't work because the character's done so many heinous acts that that it's impossible to forgive him for doing stuff like this. Adam Sandler. There's also random plot twists that just don't make any sense. Like, the plot starts getting more and more ridiculous, and then they throw in plot twists, and I'm just thinking, this plot makes no sense to me anymore. I want to go back and try and dissect this, because if so, I'd be wasting too much time with something that doesn't deserve my time. Ugh. Yeah, the plot makes no sense after a while. It's absolutely stupid, and I'm just thinking, oh my god, did they proofread this? Was this a first draft? Did they wrote in like 2 hours? Or even like, how about this, like 50 minutes? Oh, wait. Yeah, it probably would have been 50 minutes, because... Yeah, it would have been. It was just awful. Hated every second of it. The product placement is also shameless. There's one involving a tablet. I think it's like an iPad. And hey, they show one for They even show Netflix there because it's being streamed on Netflix. That's clever. Also one for Jenga. There's also product placement for like Ferrari, AMC, I think, involving like an AMC Gremlin, I believe. Acer, Ferrari, AMC, Bud Light, Corona. What else is there? I don't know. It's awful, shameless product placement. Let's get that out of the way. It's awful. Another thing that they get totally wrong, I guess, is that it just doesn't work. Also, I definitely did not like the ending. Unfortunately, one character basically gets away with doing so many awful things, and wow, he just gets lucky, even though he never deserved a real happy ending because of all that he's done. My God, absolutely angered me. Just wow. Pathetic. Acting. Adam Sandler, basically, I just don't buy him doing the action scenes. He looks like an absolute moron during them. He just doesn't buy me as an action hero. He looks bored throughout most of the movie. He rarely ever... I guess he smiles more here than Ridiculous 6. But he just doesn't look like he cares to be there. David Spade just constantly worries all the time. And I'm just thinking, I just couldn't care for this character because he has no real personality. None of these characters have any real personality. They're just caricatures. The women are just basically objects for men. Paula Patton turns out to be a little bit more than that, but still, she's absolutely pathetic as a character. There's also like an action scene involving between Paula Patton and Catherine Hahn that is all done slow motion, and it's pathetic as hell. That's great, huh? There's like a shootout sequence at one point in the movie. That was pathetic. A car chase. That was too brief and also incredibly pathetic. Every action scene is just pathetic. The choreography, I guess, is competent, but still, I don't care. I could care less about it. Also, I thought, It's hard to read the words sometimes. Just everyone else is whatever. They don't really seem to care at all. They really don't. You know, I really hate this. This was just pathetic. This movie has nothing really to offer to anybody. If you enjoy this stuff, fine. If you like Happy Madison, you'll enjoy this. Good for you. But I seriously can't. This is the thing I hate most about comedies today. A lot of them are just like this crap. They don't care to be funny. They don't care to try and really entertain your audience. They just don't give a shit. The action is not full of shaky cam or excessive cutting. It's just pathetic. That's all it is. Absolutely pathetic. The movie just absolutely, at times, it just didn't satisfy me. I didn't like anything about it. Overall, just screw it. Screw you, Happy Madison. Go away. I wanted to enjoy it. I don't want to hate this. I don't want to hate Adam Sandler. I heard he's a cool guy. I'd like to have a normal conversation with him. And I know he's doing another film. I know he's doing a film with Noah Baumbach, which might add some credibility to his filmography for once, and actually show that he actually is a talented actor. One thing really just maybe we'll wait and see. One thing I really hate about this stuff though is that this stuff can be funny. Adam Sandler can be funny. I guess David Spade can be funny. I don't know. I've seen some of his TV stuff. I don't remember the best, but I think I remember enjoying it. But I might go back and watch it sometime later. Stuff like this, these people can be funny. Adam Sandler is talented, and he can do good things. Happy Madison is capable of doing good things, but they need to start putting effort, because then they'll get my respect. They just can't pander to the lowest common demographic anymore. They can't. It's getting tiring, and maybe soon your fan base will go away. It'll die, and you'll end up suffering an unfortunate. You may end up, unfortunately, going defunct. I kind of hope that, but at the same time, you're capable of doing something. I like to say that you have abilities to actually make a good comedy, one that people actually like, hell, may even love. You have the money, and hey, you might have some good talent. There might be some good talent here. Start putting effort, please. Enough doing the same shit. We are tired of it. We're tired of it. I am too. Sorry, I got interrupted again. I really hate this crap, I really do. You guys are capable of doing something more. How about you start proving me that you're a studio worth supporting. Give us content worth supporting, alright? Because here's one thing. We're getting tired of this crap. We are. Sony got tired of your crap. And your most recent stuff, I'm done. I'm sick of people paying for this stuff. Stop giving him chances, because he hasn't proven to me anything. He blew it. I think Pixels was his last chance, and I think he absolutely blew it. There are some projects that have potential of being good, but he did not deliver. Sandler's been slapping us in the face. He doesn't care anymore, so why should I? Why should we? He hasn't given us anything in return. All he's done is piss us off the last few years, and he doesn't deserve any more respect for this. That's probably in comedies, probably. Maybe there's other stuff. Maybe, hopefully, that Noah Baumbach film will give him some credibility. Maybe he's a good capable dramatic actor. Maybe he could do a new career path and start doing more dramatic roles, or start taking roles for other people, and not start making the same crap over and over again. This shtick is just way too dated now. It no longer works. Move on, please, and start adapting now for modern times. We can enjoy silly comedies now. There are still some good silly comedies being released today, but you need to adapt for this time. It doesn't work here anymore. Please start doing something better. I'm getting tired of this. It's pissing me off. And I really hope this review will get some people, will probably hopefully start getting people to really open their eyes and hopefully really change things. I doubt it will, but I think they need to start listening, because this is getting beyond annoying. The Do-Over gets a 0 out of 5. Unsurprising. Absolutely hated it, and I hope they can learn something from this. If not, screw them. Let them fade into obscurity. Anyway guys, my review for The Do-Over. Comment below, what did you think about it? How did you compare it to other Happy Madison films? Do you think it's an improvement over Ridiculous 6? I don't know, I think it's just as awful. And are you tired of Happy Madison just slapping you in the face? I am. Thanks for watching guys, scratch off more videos. Okay, so I'd add some additional notes and just say a few more things. Yeah, involving all the plot twists. Like, we're supposed to be rooting for certain characters at certain points, and then they kind of change that around. And after a while, I didn't know who to root for anymore. I actually didn't really want to root at all because I hated most of these characters. How pathetic is that? Jesus. Yes, I feel like, just stop supporting Sandler, please. He just doesn't deserve it. He has not given me a reason to care, so why should I? And he's been making crap. No more supporting him. We can't have any more crap. Okay, and yes, it's been a long time since I've been doing movie reviews. I've just been kind of lazy, and yeah, I know I'm getting back into it. That's not how I want to start off with, but it's better to just get back into it rather than just wait, rather than delay it any more further. Don't worry, my next review will be a lot more positive. Alright, I'm done.